Should you stop using your debit card? Short answer was potentially. Tim and I talked about a few different key things that you should use to decide whether using a debit card or credit card might make the most sense for you. One of the first being that debit cards feel safe, but they aren't from a fraud protection standpoint. So debit cards usually have a very thin layer of protection for you as a user, versus if an unintended person gets a hold of that debit card and spends all your money, it's going to be very hard to recoup that. Where credit cards have built-in fraud protection and insurance to help you recoup any lost funds if you should lose that card and somebody spends your hard-earned money. Then we also talked about benefits.
Bottom line, credit cards are great, but similar to, as I shared earlier, the analogy of something like a really complex tool that you might use to accomplish various things, many tools can be dangerous if used inappropriately, and credit cards are similar to that. Consequently, make sure you pay off the credit card every single month. That way you don't have to pay any extra interest, and then optimize the rewards benefits associated with whatever kind of credit card situation you're going to use so that you're getting as much back for using it. One of the things we didn't touch on, which is worth noting, it's a great way to track different expenses. You have a more complicated life, like you run a business, you also have a personal life and things of that sort. Having a separate card for each of those types of things allows you to separate those expenses and track them more easily. One other great tip on the debit card situation, it's okay to change your debit card to just an ATM card. You can have it as just an ATM card. It's what I do personally. That way, if it's lost, it doesn't function as a debit card. You can get rid of that little symbol on the bottom and make it so that it only works as an ATM card if you want to try to truly protect yourself from somebody getting a hold of that card and using it fraudulently.
One of the other things we talked about was credit history. If you want to go take a loan for something, if you want to go get a lease for an apartment or a house or a building, usually they want to see the lender in those situations credit history. And that's basically your credit worthiness and how likely you are to repay something and not default on a direct obligation. So credit cards are a great way to easily and consistently build credit history. One of the easiest ways to do it, and while you're also accruing other benefits by using that credit card anyways. I'd love for you to talk about the benefits, the points, the free money that you're leaving on the table by not using a credit card.
I really think that you should listen to the long version of the show to get all the details of that. But bottom line is there are a lot of different programs out there. You can get everything from cash back to airline mileage to lounge access to all kinds of other perks and benefits. I just found out that I could pay for my Clear membership, which gets me through the line faster within the airlines, and it would be reimbursed by one of the benefits on one of my credit cards. If you're into the gamification of getting the right credit cards to optimize the benefits for yourself, you can really take advantage of that. Debit cards are not evil, but in general, we feel like they are. So overall, credit cards are a safer choice, and we're much happier seeing our clients use those, especially if they pay them off every single month.